Good morning. Good morning from a sunny Carlisle today. Not been a bad morning in the taxi. Had some nice little old days. I love picking the pensioners up there. They're so sweet and they just appreciate everything that you do for them. You know, they give you £1 tip and that, and they've gone out to do the shop and they've only bought like 12 eggs or something like that, or the TV times or something, you know, and they just such appreciate their help and that. So I love helping them. They're great to deal with. But just having a bit of discussion today. What do you prefer, the Stadium of Light or Roker Park? Now, for those that weren't born in the Roker Park era, obviously it doesn't matter to you a lot, does it? But you might be seeing the pictures and whatnot. But I have to say, me personally, I preferred Roker Park. Now, whether or not it's because that's where my childhood days were, and that's where I spent my time growing up, and that's when I first started getting introduced with supporting Sunderland. But it just had an all-round like magical feel, especially when you walked up to Roker Park and it was a night game, and you used to get that white haze from the floodlights on the night in the distance, even on a freezing cold night. You just had that sense of an atmosphere. There was a presence there. It was just great. And then there was like the Roker pie shop and that, and you had a cup of Bovril to warm you up. It was just magic. I'd half missed the place. I often think about it. There was many nights on night games where I would go to the Zenith Data Systems Cup games, which was like the Papa John's Trophy now. And there'd be hardly anybody there turning up for the game. There must have been about, what, 4,000. But it was still an atmosphere. It was just Roker Park. It was something special about a night game at Roker Park. And the pitch used to glow, the stands used to glow. Sometimes you could be the only one standing there in the fucking full end of Roker end, shivering your arse off. But you did it. I even used to go to watch all the reserve games and all. And they used to just open the main stand at the top. I think it was, I think they only charged 50p for the reserve games. Now, I always remember when we played Newcastle reserves, they would have their supporters, but they'd put them in the paddocks, the opposite side of the ground. And you got quite a good turnout for that, for the when you played the Mags and the reserves. The whole main stand could be full. But magic stuff. I remember the gold card membership as well. Did I prefer the full end or the Roker end? I liked them both, but for some strange reason I was always mostly gone in the Roker end. And remember Titch's Army, there was this big fella, I must have been about 15 foot tall, called him Titch. And there was only about 20 of us, and we used to stand right next to the away fans in the Roker end. Titch's Army we used to chant, and Dave the Rave was very much part of the that little section we had in right next to the away fans, and we had some right laughs. I mean, if it was a boring game and that, we used to just have some laughs taunting the away fans, and sometimes we'd have good banter with the away fans as well, because you could literally just stand and chatting to them and that. But it was just pure quality. And there was some quality games as well at Roker Park and all. I mean, I remember there was one game that stands out for me is when we beat West Ham 4-3, and Kieran Brady, he just destroyed the Hammers. Like, it was like Maradona on the pitch. It was just absolutely class. Always stands out for me that. My first game was Roker Park was when Sunderland played Carlisle. Ironically enough, that's where I'm living now, but yeah. And it finished 2-2. And that was my first game at Roker Park. I actually supported Liverpool before I attended any game, because in the 80s they were winning everything, and you just wanted to follow a team that was winning everything, and I did. And I was always, when I went out to Barnes Park with a little fishing net looking for sticklebacks, and there was a match on, and I just heard this massive roar behind us, And this old fella says, "Oh, they've scored." And I just remember this, my hair stood on the back of my neck. If I had any hairs on the back of my neck at the age of 9, 10-year-old, whatever it was. And I was just hooked from that moment. I says, "I want a piece of that, like, fucking hell, get me in there." And my dad took us to the Carlisle game, and I was just hooked ever since. Another game that sticks out memory-wise as well is in the Fulwell End when we're playing Gillingham in the playoff to stay up. And that was a mad game, that, like. I always remember Gary Bennett scoring with his head, and the place just went daft. And I remember looking over my shoulder from the Fulwell End, and you could see people in the houses upstairs cheering as well, because they were obviously looking out, and they could read what the crowd was doing. And we were still quite confused because of the away goals and stuff. We weren't sure, are we safe, are we not safe? And we ended up going down, which was a weird feeling. Because I remember that match, we actually missed a penalty, but they scored with one of theirs. But even though we won the game, I think we lost the tie overall. But that was just quality. It really, really was. I remember when we played Huddersfield Town and all, and we were 2-1 down, and Huddersfield player got sent off. Tony Norman was playing in goal for Huddersfield, and then Michael Bridges came on. I think it was like 15 minutes to go, and he scored 2 goals. He got the equaliser. He just jumped in front of the defenders and nipped it in. And I always remember the winning goal. It was very similar to Gordon Armstrong's header. And the ball came across, and he jumped, and it seemed to be a slow motion. The ball just seemed to last forever, and it just floated in the air. Top corner job. It's just absolutely mint. 150 to get in. I did used to buy programs as well. 50p for the program. That's what it was. But even the Newcastle games, like you're queuing outside the Fulwell End, and the ground's already 3/4 full, and you could just hear the echo of chanting the Fulwell End, like, "We're finny, Lanny, and what will you see? Cast United, fuck off!" And it get like echoed everywhere. And it's like you just couldn't wait to get in. That was the type of ground it was. And it's just a shame it's fucking flattened and it's gone. It's such a miss. I mean, the Stadium of Light, I mean, I'm not totally pulling the Stadium of Light down. It is a beautiful stadium, but you just didn't get that magical feeling when you're walking up to the ground. You didn't get that we're getting near a sort of thing, or I don't know. I think that's just a lot of it. We're all new stadiums, really, innit? It's, you didn't sort of get that special feel towards it. I remember sometimes at Roker Park as well when it was packed and you couldn't move. And you used to go with the sway of the crowd and that. But it kept you warm though on a cold night. And sometimes as well they'd put the away fans in the main stand section, the corner of Roker Park. If there was quite a few of them, they'd put them over there and all. Nice pub is that. But yeah, just endless amounts of memories. The only place I didn't sit or stand in Roker Park was the paddocks. I was never in the seats up there. I went to terracing, but wasn't really in the seats. I've never experienced the seating bit there. But yeah, I was a Roker End person, and I always remember as well when the floodlights come on, you could hear them because when it was winter and it was a 3 o'clock kickoff, like early into the second half, it's starting to the lights started to fade, and you would hear this massive like when all the floodlights used to just came on, and all the birds used to like perched on the floodlights used to just scarper. But I used to love that sound though, like you could hear the floodlights and all just came on, and they went like a blue colour. Magic, man. And the scoreboard. The scoreboard as well was like letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and it matched the, like, letter E was like Middlesbrough against Tottenham or something like that, and then he would just put like 1-0 or letter E and he would match that with the numbers. You know, any fucking mobile phones and out like that. Aye. And there's flattened fucking houses. Wish it was still there. Anyway, it's a Friday. The weekend is here. I'll be doing a live stream. The Birmingham match. Hopefully we'll have another good performance. I'm expected to get busy today in the old taxi. It is a beautiful day around here, like it is. It's still chilly, but it's sunny. So, happy Friday, folks. I'm going to finish my porridge. And we'll see you for the live stream. Toodaloo.